Hey guys, welcome back to the Shipmate YouTube channel. This week we're going to be talking about how to tape a box. I'm going to be giving you guys some information that maybe not the average person would know, and show you how to tape a box the right way. Stay with us. So guys, one of the first things that comes with taping a box is you want to make sure you're using the correct box. Now, this might sound obvious, like you can just grab any box as long as it fits, it ships, but that's not the case. A lot of times when you have a box, you can see down here there's a little circular thing, and on this there's a lot of really important information. So for example, this box is a 32 ECT box. That means that this box was tested that it will not crush with 32 pounds of pressure put on the edge of the box. That means this is a pretty strong box. It's not the strongest, it's a single wall box, but for most things it's going to work. Now if I was shipping cinder blocks, this ain't going to work. This also has a gross weight limit of 65 pounds, meaning if you're putting more than 65 pounds into this box, it's going to fail. So there's a lot of information down here. You want to check it out. You want to make sure you know that the box you're using is going to get the job done before you ever start putting tape on it. So next thing is how to unfold the box. So, when your boxes come in, they're probably going to be stacked flat like this. So the first step to, unfolding a box is to just kind of get on both sides and pry it open like that. So when you pry it open, it's going to get this nice rectangular shape. When you have this nice rectangular shape, you're going to look for the lettering and the numbers on the bottom, where that little circle was. That is the bottom of your box. So you're going to fold the little flaps in first, and then the larger flaps. And you're going to make sure that, this is a pretty crisp fold. The box is nice and tight, nothing's sticking up. And then you're ready to tape your box bottom. So when I'm going to tape the box bottom, I want to make sure I got some pressure on here. I got it nice and tight. There's not, a big gap here on the side like this. I want to make sure it's down and tight. And when I know it's down and tight, I'm going to grab my tape gun. So an important thing to keep in mind with the tape gun is that you want to keep this tape gun right here very tight to the side of the box. And you want to follow that shape of the box up and around the corner, staying tight, all the way down through to the other side. I like to go at least a quarter of the way down the box. I feel like that gives you a really secure seal. And when I go to cut, I don't just pull down. That's where a lot of people make mistakes and they waste a lot of tape and there's a lot of excess tape on there. I want to separate a little bit from the box. I like to get like a half an inch to an inch, and then I kind of make this motion with my wrist outward. So it's kind of like this. So I get that little bit of separation and I flick down. And that gets these teeth right here that are at an angle to cut the tape, and you get a nice clean tape. So, the box is taped cleanly. It's very nice, straight lines. Now, that's all fine and dandy. But what if, I'm going to ship something a little heavier? Well, sometimes you can put some extra layers of tape on here. You can go a little bit to the right, a little bit to the left, and get some really strong, nice tape lines on there. Another thing you can do, which I've illustrated here, is you can do an I form or an H seal on the box, and that gives some extra strength here in the corners. So to do that, you're going to just start a little bit over here on the corner, and you're going to drag. So you're going to start a little bit here on the corner, and you're going to drag around this edge. You're going to ride this edge with the middle of the tape roller and bring it to right on the other side and cut. Then you're going to seal it with your hand here and make sure it's nice and tight, make sure it's looking good. Got a nice good seal on this side, and we're going to do it on the other side. Same thing. We're going to be running with the middle right across that edge, bring it a little to the side, flick away like I said, nice clean seal, and now you got that nice H shape. When you put an item in here, you're going to make sure that it's not all flopping around, flying around. That's when you're going to want to use, things such as air cushions, bubble wrap, wadded paper, anything you can to make sure that the item's not flying around in here, because that's going to help with your box's structural integrity. So then, guys, you're going to want to do the same thing on the top that you did on the bottom. Little flaps first, big flaps, hold it down. Make sure your tape gun is tied up against the side of the box. Write it all the way around the form of the box, and cut. And then you can I-form this as well on the top. So guys, that's how you're going to tape this box. Now there's a few more things I want to throw out there. The first is, you can always go around. So don't be afraid to, wrap around if you got something pretty heavy, something you want a little more secure. Don't be afraid to go around the belly a little bit of the box. There's a lot of ways to make this thing stronger. There's also other types of tape you can be using. Like, for example, here, we're using paper tape, reinforced paper tape. And this, makes a stronger, tighter seal. And it's less likely to rip open in the mail if you're shipping something heavy. So, you want to keep that in mind. They also make plastic tapes that also have the reinforced plastic lining in the inside. So, you want to keep in mind, the strength of your box, the strength of your tape. Make sure that everything is rated for what you're shipping and what you're using. So that way, you don't just tape the box in vain. You tape a good box, a strong box that's going to get there to the end customer. So guys, once you get your box all taped up, and it's looking all pretty, looking all good, it's ready to put that label on. I did the I-form over here on the top as well. You're going to want to start thinking about how to place that label. What I recommend is looking for the side of your box with the most surface area. So, the side of the box where you have the most area to stick this label to. So in this case, it's on the top of this box. What I then like to do is I like to get my shipping label, and I like to make sure that I am putting it off to the side, out of the way, away from the opening. So I get a real nice stick there. It's not intruding on the, the seal of the box. And it's right there ready to go, looking good, looking pretty. And it's an attractive looking box for the end customer to get. So guys, you want to just keep in mind, where's the surface area? Where can I put this where it's out of the way, where it's not going to get covered up, where it's not, interfering with the opening of the box. And, just stick your label right there. If you get a label where, it doesn't all fit on one side of the box, make sure that that barcode is fully wrapped around to the other side. Make sure that no important information is where you're creasing that label. And, it's just a really important thing to make sure that all that information is readable, because that's how it's going to get to the end customer. So, guys, thank you so much for checking out this video. We really appreciate it. We're on that fight to get to 1,000 subscribers, and you can help us out with that. Come back every week. We're putting out new and exciting content. We hope you'll join us next week. Thank you so much, and we'll see you again.